Hello, my name is James Kavanagh and I will be talking about my consumption of carbonated drinks, specifically Pepsi Max, which I drink on a regular basis and make a purchase of 2 to 3 times a week. Regularly I buy it from supermarkets, however it is available at most other shops, usually in smaller quantities though. I will be talking about the marketing techniques behind Pepsi Max and what drives me personally to continue buying the product. Pepsi Max was introduced in 1993 and in the UK it is manufactured by a company named Britvic instead of PepsiCo. Soft drinks market in the UK is worth just over £8 billion. That is from 2016 to 2017. Pepsi Max holds 4% market share of this compared to their nearest competitor, Coca-Cola, which holds 9%. Pepsi Max is offered as a zero-calorie alternative to the more standard Pepsi Cola and other colas on the market. When looking at the consumer involvement theory, it can be seen that Pepsi Max, for me personally at least, does not involve much thought when purchasing it, as it is relatively inexpensive. I purchase it very frequently. It has very little symbolic meaning to me. The social visibility isn't that high. The time commitment when buying it and the processes involved with that are very, very low. The potential for harm is relatively low, and there is relatively no technical complexity when purchasing the product, meaning that for me it's effortless to buy Pepsi Max. A celebrity endorsement is when a celebrity promotes a product or brand. This works effectively because fans would like to be like their idols, and it creates a positive connection between the product itself and the celebrity, meaning they are more likely to buy that product. One of the ways this has worked specifically is with Snoop Dogg being in an advertisement, which a piece will now play.
Is that all you got?
I'm up to my knees in 0 calories. Pepsi to the max, so let's drink all of these.
That advertisement showed Pepsi Max put against Coke Zero, specifically with Snoop Dogg being the reason for Pepsi Max's victory in the competition. This creates a positive connotation to be made with Pepsi Max, as Snoop Dogg is a well-respected musician, and for me personally, it means that if the two brands were being put together, I would choose Pepsi Max because of this advertisement directly, which means it has fulfilled its purpose. Colour is used by brands to convey messages and feelings to the consumer. In the case of Pepsi Max, black for me shows connotations of power, aggression, as well as sleek, and it contrasts well with other colours it's put up against. Red is to me is connotations of intensity, strength, energy and courage. The blue is cold, masculine, contrasts with the red, which is commonly used in pop culture as well as on flags such as the US and Union Jack. Silver is sleek, modern, high-tech and mechanical. To me, this is presented just in the colour alone and makes me think of the brand. Had a positive effect on the consumer. During the conditioning where Pepsi was being shown, the positive effect was still occurring. Before conditioning, Pepsi had no effect, which meant that after the conditioning, Pepsi then had a positive effect, as it was then associated with Back to the Future. To me, this means that whenever I see Pepsi, I think of Back to the Future, and it gives me a positive feeling. Eating, and in particular sugars and fats in products, they have launched the Pepsi Max Taste Challenge. This is a blind taste test which will encourage consumers to drink Pepsi Max, which is a healthier choice compared to other colas. They have also partnered with Subway to aim to cut 3.7 billion calories, 1.7 billion of which will be cut by consuming Pepsi Max and Diet Pepsi. All of these are to choose their product, Pepsi Max, as an option which is better than Coca-Cola and other full-fat colas. Thank you very much for watching this presentation.